need you to trust me. One last time.
Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome to the Critics Collective. And today we have Mayte and, of course, Cory with us. And we're going to be doing a review for Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. And before we start, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you like, what you want us to do, and help us reach greater heights, like 1 million subscribers. But before I start, is for a good cause. Let's try to get us to 15,000 subscribers, and Eddie will watch Bring Her Back. It's for a great cause. So don't forget that, guys. All right. But let's go ahead and jump right into it and talk about Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. Basic synopsis of the film: Ethan Hunt and the IMF team race against time to find the entity, a rogue artificial intelligence that can destroy mankind. So, before we start, Mayte, what was your first impression of this film?
So my first impression, I mean, this is what the 10th film in this
Eight,
nine, eight,
eight, eight.
eight. Okay, 8 film. So I mean, kind of what you're gonna get. So I feel like my expectations were like in the middle. I wasn't really like expecting too much, not expecting it like anything. So I was just going in neutral, just trying to see what was gonna happen.
Okay. And of course, Cory.
First reaction off the movie. It was good. It was a good time. You know what you're getting from a Mission Impossible movie. It's a bunch of Tom Cruise running and trying to get somewhere in the nick of time. Um, and for me, it's gotten to the point where I'm just like I'm looking forward to see what stunt he does to try to exceed what he did before. And I wasn't disappointed at all with what I saw. Um, and I would have to say it's a solid into the series. The way they ended it was just like it's perfect. Um, but I would definitely see it again. 3 hours and all. Yeah.
Um, as far as me, my first impression, I kind of knew it was going there, that final run for the film. No pun intended, as far as Tom Cruise go, but I knew it was gonna be, this one last lap. I don't know. I keep saying run lap. He runs a lot in this film, but um, I expected a well, I would say like a bigger climax as far as the
Mm,
film go, um, which I feel in a way I didn't really get from this film. But
mm.
we're gonna go into more detail as we're going on. But I didn't feel like I really got that from the film. But before we go into detail, Mayte, what was your highs and lows?
I'll start with my lows. Let me unmute first. Um, the pacing was a little slow. Like I feel like there were moments, and I feel like it's typical for his movies, for like the Mission Impossible movies, to have like no dialogue scenes, just kind of like the glimpses of whatever. But there were a lot of like just moments of unspoken, just kind of like it is the final movie, so you're gonna get those feel good moments with the team and stuff. So overall, I feel like the length of the movie, it is a long movie, but I feel like it's not like where it's dragged out. The pacing is a little slow. Only I did see it late, so it is a long movie. So if you do get like a little with the pacing, if it might be your thing, you might end up, catching yourself falling asleep. Watch it in the daytime, so to avoid things like that. Um, I think the pacing was a little slow for certain times. I did like the stunts; it was very good. I think it was a good wrap to the ending of it. So aside from that, I don't really have any complaints or lows, but I did like the stunts and how the villain of the movie was actually interesting too, because it's not kind of like your typical villain that we're used to seeing. So it was kind of interesting how that happened. And the other side characters too that were part of the team, I actually really liked that part too. Kind of like a family moment. So those are my highs and lows.
And you, Cory?
Same as Mayte, like just the overall startup of the movie. I mean, I feel like because it's a two-parter, I feel like we should just like jumped right into it. But I guess they had to build up the story just to, fill it out a little more. Um, that was my only dislike of just getting to the meat of the movie. Um, my highs were, definitely the action. Um, because he's always going to take it there with the action, and I think it's like I respect it more because he does the stunts, so like you can appreciate the movie a little more. Um, any other highs? It was just like a solid wrap up to the series. I mean, that last shot that we saw, it's just like okay, like we know. I can't really say much, but it was a good last ending shot.
I was at again my highs, of course, action. Tom Cruise himself, as far as actor, did a great job this film. Uh, a lot of my lows were like things I kind of expected. I guess myself, as I've watching this franchise since 1996 when it came out. Uh,
I
one thing
wasn't
I
even
want,
born yet.
yeah, one thing I wanted at the beginning because every Mission Impossible when it starts, like and he gets the mission, and should you choose to accept it, then you start playing up. Then he does some crazy stunt. Then the movie starts. And I don't know. That's what I guess I feel kind of hurt. I didn't see that for like the last film. But other than that, the only thing was the way I would say the villain kind of got his due. I, I was like, man, that was kind of cheap. That was kind of cheap because
Mm.
Just from what this guy did, I think I guess it's with me when it comes to villain. If they do something really awful, it shouldn't be something so simple. I think the depths. It should have been like at least a fight or something. Then but I don't want to go into I don't want to spoil anything. But I just felt like the way the villain guy got his due wasn't really much of a payoff as far as that goes.
Yeah.
But so as the film itself was, it felt like every second, everything like Ethan would do, well, it lived up to the name as far as like Mission Impossible because everything was like a difficult. He would do like especially that plane scene. He would do something, it would get more difficult. He would do something, it get more difficult just to get to the ends of everything. So. But other than that, really enjoyed it. Pretty much the film. Just these few things, I guess personally, that I didn't like myself. You guys got any additional thought and comments about?
Just that plane stunt was crazy to me. Not even spoiling anything, just that whole.
Well, he did put out the video.
That was crazy.
Even the submarine situation that was cool too.
Yeah.
I was just like,
so he did every single stunt himself, like every single thing.
Probably, I wouldn't pass it.
Like that's crazy in a good way, like kudos to him.
But even like Cory, you brought up the submarine, like even with that, like everything, it was like, damn, get it over with, man. Let this
Like my thing is like the water part. Like, you know, they explain, even when they're explaining what's gonna happen to him, they're like, this is gonna happen no matter what. Like you just have to keep going. And not only did it happen, but it happened in the worst circumstance. And I was just like, damn.
It's like they
I'm
all like that scene itself was just like had me on the edge of my seat. I knew how it was gonna go, but I still was on the edge of my seat for that scene. Yeah, that was cool.
I like how the whole film it even went full circle to the first one, you know, to everything.
Yeah.
Basically,
it
brought him back to that. So I like how they did that. Even certain character they brought back, or certain character did certain scene they did a flashback they introduced. So I like that. It was a good way to kind of send off Ethan, pay it off, you know, everything. But and it was pretty tense, especially what was going on with all the countries because of the AI. I'm not going to go into the other part.
Yeah.
It was pretty intense because it worked. That's all I'm gonna say. It worked how they did it. But again, it's just these two personal thing I have issues with. But if you guys want to do a spoiler discussion, well, we gotta get into it. But I guess that's for another day.
The AI situation was kind of scary because we're dealing with AI now, so it's like when movies use like a kind of current situation to use it as a villain, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, man. But we're a lot of us are in Chat GPT now, like it's nothing.
I try not to use it as at all, because man, nah, Siri's enough.
Yeah.
Like but with all this, like you could type something in. When I saw what Chat GPT could do, I was like, no, this is gonna be a problem. And
if you think that's
it's
a
not
problem,
like 100% though. You got to take it with a grain of salt.
Look up Google. What's it called? Google. This new Google AI video filming.
Bruh, yeah, they had a whole bio on me. I'm like,
yeah, I could make a whole film if I wanted to.
yeah, like
That's crazy.
like if you look yourself up, you can find a Google bio of yourself. That's crazy. I was like, how do they know so much?
Kind of want to look myself up now.
Go ahead.
I kind of don't, but I don't know what's gonna pop up. Kind of scared.
Yeah. So this film is definitely gonna make people think about AI. Yeah. And it's crazy because I was watching this like compare because some of the people like that supported the AI. Right before I watched this film, I was watching this TikTok and this guy was like saying how these things gonna happen with AI. There's definitely gonna be people who worship AI. And
oh yeah, for sure.
Coincidentally, I watched the film.
Yeah.
It's happening. So
yeah.
It's crazy. But so I'm gonna say I have nothing more left as far as my thought as far as this film go, but we're gonna just go ahead and jump right into it and give Mission Impossible Final Reckoning its accolades. And we're gonna start off, as you guys know, 5 for excellent, 4 for good, 3 for average, 2 below average, 1 for quality, and 0 the best one for horrible. And I'm gonna start off with you, Mayte. What's your accolades for this film?
I give it a 4, just because I feel like there were certain parts I just wanted. If the pacing was probably a little faster, maybe we could have gotten a little bit more. But I give it a 4.
And you, Cory?
I'm gonna give it 5. Give it 5. This movie was excellent. I appreciated what they did there. It's a solid end to the series. I can definitely see spinoffs from this. So I'm gonna give it a 5. He did his job. He did it, like if he did them underwater stunts, man, crazy.
I mean, for the stunts, I would give it a 5. It's just the pacing for me.
Yeah, the pacing was off, but I was like, I can get past it. But not all the time, but that one I can get past. You get the Blu-ray, just skip couple first scenes.
Uh,
But yeah, I give it a 5.
No, this one I'm gonna go with. Even though I have my gripes as far as the way the villain got his due, and I didn't get what I wanted at the beginning as far as if you choose to accept and they just start playing. They even played the theme song. The way it ended, the theme song was playing. That kind of pissed me off though. But as far as it kept you at the edge of your seat, because every mission he would do, it would get difficult. So it lived up to the name Mission Impossible. Everything he was doing was literally impossible. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 because I did enjoy it at the end of the day, and I kind of felt that some of the pacing was necessary just to give kind of explanation or history to whatever's going on, or give you more detail into Ethan's history, past, and certain characters. So definitely a 5. Other than that, guys, you guys got anything other inputs as far as the film go?
That's pretty much everything.
That's everything, man. I enjoyed it.
All right.
I can see myself seeing it again.
Yeah, I definitely need to see it again in the daytime.
It is long. It felt long though. It was long.
It was long.
How long was it? 2 hours?
2 hours and like 46 minutes.
Yeah.
Usually you
Plus
watch 2 hours.
trailers, like a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
Did you see it in IMAX?
Yes.
No, I saw it in Dolby.
Yeah, watching IMAX.
IMAX it took it there. So I
Maybe I gotta watch it in IMAX.
Try to catch that next week. Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks again for joining us at the Critics Collective. This was our review for Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. Definitely check it out. But of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I feel like I should be playing like this song in the Eye of an Angel or something for what I'm about to ask, to help us reach 15,000 subs, or when we reach it, Eddie will watch Bring Her Back. And
you need the song with a picture of Eddie just smiling.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a video. Eddie eyes. Right, and I just walk in with a suit. Hey, everybody,
Oh my god, play it next time we do a review with him.
Just one subscription from you, we can get us one step closer to getting Eddie to see this movie.
All right, guys. Have a good day, and we will see you soon at the Critics Collective. See ya.
See you.